you won't believe I don't see the grooms and bride. Just involve in eating food. I think it is a stupid talent if I would reveal here.
I think the funniest thing about me is my taste in men, but the people I chose to date when I was younger. I think the funniest part of you, as I have noticed from our few conversations, where you go, yes, and you kind of think about it because you don't know like how to respond to something of
Yes.
that I just said. You go, yes, so funny. It's how I was talking about this toxic relationship I was in, and you went, to know.
Yeah.
The other thing you do is that I find really funny is like we're talking about something and then you go, so what was your worst memory from childhood?
Nothing makes me sad. Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of things that makes me sad. I would say like in relationship, I give my 100%. Okay. In I pass.
How are you? How's everything going?
Yeah, everything is well. Thank you so much for asking. What about you?
Everything's well, everything's good. I actually woke up unwell, I guess. And yeah, I guess I'm a little sensitive. Bangaloreans are sensitive. We're all getting a cold and it's like still 26 degrees. We're all so cold. Um,
Okay. So do you take a nap in the afternoon?
no, I don't take a nap in the afternoon, but today it's been a very slow day,
Mm-hmm.
though it is a weekday. Sorry,
Hmm.
1 second. Huh. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Before joining the session, I was feeling sluggish, but now I feel energetic
that's
after seeing
great.
you.
That's great. Yeah, I do feel like I'm a little more upbeat now because of first session I took earlier, and now I'm like, okay, the classes are starting. I have to get my energy up, you know. So it's grooving. The wheels are grooving. Yeah.
So
Uh,
how many sessions do you have each day?
well, on the platform, I have around two, and other than that,
Mhm.
usually I have from 3 to 5,
Three to
but
five.
this week I've only taken like 1 hour, 4 to 5 every day this week.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I'm getting busy with the NGO work. So yeah.
Hmm.
What about you? And how was the wedding? How was the wedding?
Wedding was wonderful. I danced a lot because of that. I didn't eat much food. Yeah, because whenever I go to wedding, I do overeating. But
Mhm.
last night I didn't do. I was just indulge in dancing only. For me, wedding means just getting ready, dancing, clicking pictures, and eating delicious food. That's all.
Pretty much a wedding. Yeah.
Yeah, what else could I ask for, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I actually love thinking about this recently about how like how much of marriage is love and how much of marriage is just between the families and that big wedding. I guess there's an important distinction between love, marriage, and a wedding, right? Um, there are more and more people involved in each, and the whole meaning of love kind of gets diluted during that one period and then starts to grow as they, go on with their marriage.
Yes,
Um,
because
yeah.
in today's era, it is difficult to go to meet especially relatives. But wedding is that place where you could get together, enjoy some time, click some memorable, make some memorable moments, what I feel.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I have never wanted a wedding. I mean, I've always wanted to be like married one day, but I've never liked the thought of a wedding because I feel like it's too much stress. And usually during weddings, I feel like everyone goes through so many misunderstandings about everything from decorations to food, to who to invite, who not to invite, and all of that. That I feel like a wedding is just too much. But I do look forward to like meeting people at weddings. Like it's a great excuse to meet people, to socialize a little bit, with your family. Yeah.
Yeah, for others, wedding is just about food. But right, even it happens with me. Food should be delicious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Otherwise, it's a disservice. It's a disservice to
Yeah.
the game.
Even you won't believe I don't see the grooms and bride. just involved in eating food. You know why? I often don't get a chance to go out to the restaurant and enjoy delicious food. So wedding is that place where I get this opportunity to eat food at once.
That's great. That's actually great. But wait, you were excited about not having to cook yesterday because you would go there and eat.
Yes,
Did
yes.
you end up eating something at least? I hope you ended up eating a little bit.
Yeah,
All right.
I ate, but not much. Yeah. So, what is the useless talent do you have? Useless.
Okay, straight. I'm very flexible. Usually that's what I say is my useless talent. I I mean I've done yoga all my life. So I'm not a like a spiritual person or anything. I genuinely like it because it's like a good way to move your body. So I'm really flexible. I want to show you right now, but I feel like I'm gonna look so stupid.
No, not at all. You are so smart.
Um, thank you. That's so sweet of you.
You are so flexible. People are putting efforts to be flexible.
I've done this since I was like really little, so it's kind of part of me now. But I used to dance and stuff, and during that time, it was very helpful. But now I'm just it's like a party trick, or like at the gym if I'm like feeling kind of insecure about myself or something, I just do that just to like be like, see, I'm cool, right? You know?
Yeah. So, do you go to gym every day?
Yes, I usually do, but this week I've been so busy that I haven't gone, and it's been like messing with my head. I've been trying to get my step count in though. So every time I can't go to the physical gym and go there, I try to run or walk around the neighborhood a lot,
Mhm.
just so just so that I'm moving.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. You are so inspiring.
Oh God, no. Um, yeah. All right. So what about you? What's a useless talent you have?
Yeah, I have useless talent. I think it is a stupid talent, if I would reveal here.
What's a stupid talent? What are we defining as a stupid
Uh,
talent?
yeah, I don't think it is a talent. It's a terrible habit. Sometimes I do indulge in a gossip. I think every woman does it. Yeah, some a little,
I think
some a
everyone
lot.
does it. Yeah.
Every yeah, but I am admitting it. So in front of camera.
Wow. So you went to a wedding yesterday. Did you have a lot of gossip there?
Yeah, and other talent, I cannot recall. I can't recall.
So
Yeah.
gossip as in like with family members, with friends about
Mm.
like people you don't like.
No, nothing like that. People I don't like. Actually, it depends on the circumstances. Like yesterday, I attended a wedding, so I talked to my husband. Yeah, she is wearing this and he's wearing this. They were looking. They are dancing like this. I'm dancing like this. Like normal gossip, not
Oh, that's
backbiting,
fine.
not
Nice.
backbiting.
No, I feel like unfortunately, because it is a bad habit, but gossiping is kind of like a bonding experience, right? Like
Yes, yes.
I've been seeing these memes of like, oh God, when you meet someone who hates the same person you hate, and like that's the only thing like that makes your relationship. It's a toxic thing, of course, but
Yes,
it's a
yes.
I feel like it's a universal feeling at this point.
Yes, yes, I completely
Yeah.
agree with it. Yeah. Okay, what is the funniest thing you have ever made in your life?
Funniest thing I have what?
By learning or teaching, it could be anything
Funniest thing I have?
you have ever done in your life.
Funniest thing I've ever done in my life. I think the funniest thing about me is my taste in men. But I, sorry, I don't know if it's funny to you, but it's really funny to me. Yeah, the men, the boyfriends are probably the most embarrassing thing about me. The people I chose to date when I was younger
Okay.
are probably the
You
most.
are still younger. You are just 19 years old.
Well, I've dated like two or three people who are very embarrassing, all of them. So, yeah, I mean, that was probably embarrassing and funny. But other than that, funny things, I feel like I'm always embarrassing myself somehow and it ends up being funny. However, they are not by definition something that would make you laugh. So I don't know if they're funny. I just think they were funny in the moment.
No, you.
Um, what do
I
you think of when you think of a funniest thing you've ever done? What do you think of?
Yeah, I cannot say you are a funny. You can say I have a good sense of humor, right? That is so perfect for you.
Yeah. I think I talk well and like I mean I get along with a lot of people because I don't know, maybe I make certain jokes or they make certain jokes and I contribute, but I can't think of a singular independent entity of something funny I have done. Hmm.
Okay, that's nice.
Okay, so I'm a writer, right? I've written many poems and prose and essays and published them like online on my blog or in the book I've published about certain people like old boyfriends. And I guess some of them are quite witty and funny. Um, but I can't really reveal too much about those. I can't think of
Yes.
a specific line or anything.
Yeah, you should not reveal on.
Like
But
calling people in my real life dumb and stupid in one of my essays is probably my favorite thing to do. But guys, I can't say it to their face, but I can
Yes.
definitely publish it online and make all my followers on Instagram see it.
Yeah, that's great actually, right? Because
I
we
can
can
get a
release
few.
our, you have already released your emotions by writing.
Yeah, but I'm also like songs about exes like that like I don't know. I feel like Taylor Swift has so many more dimensions than is spoken about, but definitely her and her like her some of her songs are really funny because they're about people from her past, and you get to be clever, after they leave you in your life you get to be clever and talk about like remember when you did that like post it online.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah, that is the great thing. We should learn from our experience, whether it is good or bad.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't think there's one, I don't know, breakup. The last relationship I was in was the first real relationship and the first long-term relationship.
Mm.
But once I got out of it, I realized that I wasn't sad at all. I was just like laughing at like all the things that I thought, and just publishing it like petty little, essays and stuff. Maybe I shouldn't say this. Defamation case on me. Um, but yeah.
Okay, so when you are going through your rough patch, at that time you were laughing.
At the time, I was the most depressed I've ever been. But once I came out of it, I
Okay,
realized
once
like,
you came out of it,
yeah,
then you
have you
started.
ever been through something where like everyone keeps telling you, I understand, but you're like, no, you don't understand. I'm so
You
sad. But
don't.
once you get out of it, you get the outside perspective into what was happening in that relationship, and you're like, wow, I actually tolerated that. Are you kidding
Mhm.
me? That's how silly it was. That's how embarrassing it was. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, good to know, to know. So, okay, let me tell you about my funniest thing that I have done in my life. Yeah, couple of days ago, I had a conversation with one tutor. She is unmarried and so innocent. I just asked her, how long have you been married? And at that moment, I just started laughing, and it was such a hilarious and embarrassing moment for me because I just asked, how long have you been married? And she's unmarried. So we just laughed, and then ma'am told me, I'm not married even, but people often ask me this question. Really, one of the learner asked me, ma'am, you have kids, you are mother, you live in joint family. How do you manage everything?
Was she offended? Like, do I look that old?
Yes. So because we don't know whether they're married or not because we don't put vermilion, bindi. So it's very difficult to perceive, right? But we should be choose our words wisely.
Mhm.
right? Before asking
Definitely,
any question. Yeah, we should be
definitely.
more polite.
I think the funniest part of you, as I have noticed from our few conversations, is there will be like a moment when I say something so crazy, like me. I say something so crazy and like stupid and like horrifying at the same time. And you have this beautiful thing that makes me laugh every time where you go, yes. And you kind of think about it because you don't know like how to respond to something
Yes.
that I just said. You go, yes. So funny. It's so funny. I love that about you. I love that about you. You go like just now, I was talking about this toxic relationship
Yeah.
I was in, and you went to know.
Yeah, I always, if someone shares anything, I always say, yeah, I completely agree with you. I completely-
She offended that you said like how long have you been married? And you go, yes.
Yes, and one funniest
But
thing,
it's adorable. It's so cute of you, honestly.
I talk a lot. I can talk with strangers as well. So this is stupid quality I have. Whenever guests come over, I am the one who attended the guest. My husband would sit just for 5 to 10 minutes. After that, they leave, and I am the official guest handler in my house.
Sandler.
Yeah.
But no, I don't find it stupid at all. I think it's very sweet and very cute. It's just that I feel like you're a little, like, you're very sweet and you're very kind, and I can see that. So, like, when I say something like that abhorrent and disgusting or horrifying, you go, good to know. So sweet.
Yeah,
So sweet.
because
But I
I want to the conversation interesting. We do work from dawn to dusk, and we get completely exhausted, right? Worn out. So we need some break and something
absolutely.
interesting conversation. Yeah, that uplifts our mood.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's why
definitely.
I always indulge in healthy conversation,
But
funny
I love
conversation.
that. I love that about you because
Yeah.
every time I say something, I'm like waiting. Every like now because of the discussions we've had before, now I say something just like so weird just to see your reaction. You go, yeah, so funny to me.
Yeah, so my husband always tells me sometimes you don't listen to me properly. You don't have good listening skill.
Maybe that's what it is. Like you haven't heard like the uh, like absolutely crazy thing I've just said. So you go, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's really funny. It's really cute. It's genuinely so cute. I love that. Yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
All
Okay,
right.
what makes you sad? Yeah.
The other thing you do is that I find really funny is like we're talking about something and then you go, so what was your worst memory from childhood? Wait, segue. No, where's my what sorry, what did you ask? What makes me sad?
Yes.
Okay, well, I think because of the NGO work I do, I see a lot of suffering, and I don't obviously I'm not experiencing it myself, so I don't see it as sad. I see it as okay, what can we do about this? Think objectively about it. But what does make me sad is when I see other people looking at it with apathy. I cannot stand people who are apathetic, who can't empathize with other people. And that makes me really sad. That makes me very angry. When someone is, let's say, talking about numbers and maths and politics, and they don't understand the real culture and the real systematic oppression that some people are facing, you know? And that makes me very sad when people are blind to suffering or like they choose to ignore like maybe like the life of street vendors or slums and gullies and the livelihood and their hygiene, their food insecurity, when
Mm-hmm.
they see all of that as numbers, this is how many poor people exist here, this is how many illiterate people exist here, this is how many people are hungry, and they look at it as numbers, they don't see it as real stories, real people, who are actually suffering. um, and I cannot stand that kind of apathy of like, I don't care, they're just numbers to me.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me really sad. What makes you sad?
Nothing makes me sad. Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of things that makes me sad. I would say like in relationship I give my 100%. Okay, in like it could be like your siblings, your friends, your parents, in-laws, okay, but sometimes I don't get something in return, right? They don't reciprocate me, so it makes me feel sad. And second thing is, when I see people, they are going through domestic violence, even
Oh
men,
yeah.
not women. I'm not specifying,
Yeah,
especially
of
women.
course.
Yeah, emotional abuse, and they're committing suicide. Yeah, because of poor relationship. So that always makes me sad.
Yeah, abuse in relationships are some of the worst things a person can go
Yes,
through.
because life is very short, so we should enjoy it peacefully, right? Leave and let others leave. I believe in it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think also that kind of abuse is the most painful because
Hmm.
that person, the victim, actually thinks that their marriage or their relationship
Hmm.
is about love.
Hmm.
And when you're being hurt by someone you so unconditionally love,
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
a different dynamic in your head of like, I'm doing so much for you, and in return, you are hurting me. you
Yes,
know?
yes,
And another thing you said was when your love isn't reciprocated. I
yes.
think that, and also a lot of women and men forget that it's not just about reciprocation. At least they should appreciate the things you're
Appreciate.
doing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Someone efforts. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Anyway, so the session has come to an end, but I
Yeah.
really enjoyed talking to you today. It was
Yeah,
really
lovely talking to you. Bye
fun.
bye. Miss you.
You too.